Outside of Building 8, as you can see, this is the documentation where we've been taking our measurements. Pretty much stayed at the 104 inches from the benchmark. Today, being Friday, we have a monitor pit over towards the end of the dock. Jason Crew and I shot these elevations, water elevation, groundwater, with a laser. Determined at this point that we are a foot below groundwater at the basement level now, which is we have approximately 3 inches of water in that basement. We need to get someone down there to determine what needs to be removed and how to remove it, as well as dewatering. We're having a little bit of a conflict. I've been meeting with David and Jason about who's going to determine this. David's claiming he does not own removal of anything in that basement and does not want to work in the water at this point. So we're going to need to schedule a meeting to determine some kind of game plan on attacking this. It's it's difficult to dewater completely with all the debris that's down there. We're looking at the pressure washer, which is running right now. We're pressure washing on the 4th floor at this point. We're going to go through a couple times, one through pressure wash, then we're going to go back through, mist it, to seal it. The brick has to be wet, or the product, any of the product has to be damp in order for the sealer to work. So that process has begun. I'm in the stairway, the 5-story stairway of Building 5. Sandblasting was completed on Thursday afternoon. Longer than had anticipated. But it came out very nice. We did a nice job. At this time, they're working from the top down, sweeping up. We're going to get all this sand out of here, and then we're going to come through and blast, pressure wash. On the 1st floor, Building 9, see we're getting set up for sandblasting in here. Polyed off the openings. They're just finishing polying openings, and we'll be sandblasting shortly. Now, through the investigation of the basement, now that we've got our water level down, we've determined over here, which was difficult to see before prior to the because of all the demolition and debris, underneath this plate and this plywood is a small ladder that goes down into a basement area approximately 5 feet tall. And that runs, we have not been down there other than looking down through the light, because there is, again, still some water in this basement area. But what I'm looking at right now is the center exit entrance, if you will, to the parking garage. The slab is approximately 3 inches thick, 3 or 4 inches thick, and there is a space underneath this. So we will have to obviously have this looked at in an engineering perspective, make sure that we are in good shape with the weight of the vehicles on this area and how far the crawl space goes, what's in there as well. I'm on the 1st floor of Building 10. What we're looking at here is the south corner, which the other side of this brick wall is the alleyway entrance. Now, this floor has always been wet. We have some leaks in the rain. However, in the last couple days, this is a horrific odor. Right? I don't have smell-o-vision, but I'm believing that there is you can't see it over here, but looks like a hole or a pipe in that corner. I do believe that this is probably sewerage. This was determined as of basically today. Went through here yesterday and noticed a smell that had not that this place smells rosy all the time, but this was definitely different. And it seems like it's just happening. Not sure if this could be affected by the work that's going on in Eagle Street. They did just drop a big structure in 2 days ago, and now, like I said, we're just kind of noticing this. So we will have to investigate this some more. I'm on the 3rd floor, the connector between Building 5 and Building 10. Guys got a lot of debris taken out of here. There's still more to take out. Layer after layer. This is the area we looked at last week that I believe was some type of refrigeration unit, but there's an asphalt layer base and all kinds of junk in here that they've been removing. They did remove some flooring over here. As of yesterday, we did determine an area of subfloor here that's rotted through right in there, so immediately railed this off so no one can get hurt over here. Now as we go into Building 10, again I'm on the 3rd floor. The guys had taken all the first layer of the flooring up on the 4th floor, and what we have is pretty much a center run right down here that the subfloor is rotted in spots. David complained about it, we laid plywood immediately, and not unlike other area that we have, we found rotted subfloor, we've plywooded over to make it safe. And now what we've done, there is a couple areas here and there that we have rotted boards. It was difficult to see until the flooring was up. There are still steel doors from the connector that I have locked, and the door from the stairway to that area. So you cannot get onto the 4th floor at this point, but all of the wood had been cleaned out. As I said, we ran plywood along in the area so the guys were safe working and got all that out of there. I talked to Lewis from IPS this morning about getting some guys out here to start doing some of these repairs prior to framing, so at least we can do this, get this ahead of time. They can roll right into frame rather than have to stop and repair. It's not the whole subfloor, but like I said, it's pretty much one channel that runs about 3 or 4 feet wide right down the center strip for whatever reason, and it may just be that that's the most area that leaks. And again, there's a couple boards here and there that we're going to have to start from one end and just work down, take our time, look down, and repair it as we go along, and then plywood. I'm still on the 3rd floor of Building 10, and this predominantly is the biggest area. We have had this situation in other areas where we've got this almost cementuous asphalt rubber type stuff over the wooden floor. The guy, the subcontractor that David hired, tore up a lot of this. He's telling me that this is not part of his contract. Thankfully, we did get a lot of it up due to his mismanagement of his own subcontractor, but to our benefit. But this stuff has to come up, so we have to iron this part out. He claims he does not own this subflooring, that it's level with the first layer, and that he owns buckled and rotted wood, is what I'm being told. I'm looking out at the Eagle Bridge across this pipe chase to Building 12, which has been approved for tear down. David's got his excavator on another site at this moment, but we'll be wrapping up in a couple days, anticipating beginning of next week, say maybe Monday, Tuesday. I will know more as of this weekend when he wraps up his other 2 jobs to get over here and take down finally Building 12.